Hey everyone, welcome to a section, a segment, a thing that we're doing called Super Cheap Toy Review. Okay, I picked up these toys, they're action figures, and I picked them up at a boutique store called the Dollar Tree, which would make you think that they cost $1 each, but they don't because of inflation, so they're $1.25 now. But they're actually pretty neat. They are a line called Final Faction, and it's very, old school like G.I. Joe, or it's got a TV show. Well, not a TV show. It's got a show that it's very much one giant long commercial, and it's kind of neat. It makes me think of G.I. Joe or Transformers or something like that. The production on it was surprisingly good, and to be honest, like in the package, these little action figures actually look pretty good. But I saw them and I bought all the different ones that they had at the store, which wasn't a huge selection, but it was a selection. So we're going to check them out. Like I said, there is a show connected to this called Final Faction, and I'm going to put a link to their show in the comments, and of course it's on the back of the packages too. Just Final Faction, final-faction.com, which opens with the same thing that's on the info card on the back, which is, in the year 2050, a large asteroid collided with our moon. Among the debris, we discovered a hibernating alien mothership. Now, the Karn are awake, and they want to plunder our precious natural resources. Very Transformers, very G.I. Joe. So we recruited teams of special operatives to defend Earth from the alien threat. They are the Final Faction. Which is like whatever. But let's check out and see what kind of sweet action figures we got here. Okay, so this one's Scope. He's obviously a sniper guy, which means he's got, let's see, don't need that. Which means he's got this sweet rifle right there, which I don't know if that's it goes on his back, so it's like having a single point sling, and he can have that on his back, I think. That's what I thought it was. See, look at that, snaps right in. This looks cool to me. Okay, so they don't have elbow articulation, they have shoulder articulation and leg articulation. I just watched an episode of the cartoon thing, and I don't think that this little spot, I don't think that's a misprint in the painting. I think he actually has a white streak in his hair, but I could be mistaken. You should watch the show and then let me know. But these little pistols, look at that. They actually go into the holsters. Let's see how they work pretty good, if I'm being honest. That side did. Let's see. That's not bad. Let's see how they go in his little hand. He even has his little... that's impressive. If they had elbow and knee articulation, these would be not dollar store toys. But that's pretty sweet right there in my opinion. And this is a backpack. I don't I don't know. I think it's a backpack, so that that means you can't hold all of it at the same time. That means you gotta... Or is it yeah, I think it's a backpack. Okay. So you can put that on there. I don't know. I have to watch the show some more so they can teach me how to play with these toys. But that Scope, he's pretty radical. Put his stuff over here. One of the things I ran into, and that'll become more and more apparent as we go on, is they had all the good guys and one bad guy. So I'm going to save the evil Karn for last. So this is Torn. He is the spy character. Let's see, did I get all of his cool stuff out? Yep, blink. So he's the cool spy character. He has, if that wasn't in the show, he has a face on the back of his head. Like, that is straight up Professor Quirrell right there, which explains the hood. He comes with this sweet hood that you can cover that nastiness up with. Turbans or hoods, man, you gotta have one. But that's actually pretty cool. I mean, you see that? Let's see. In his holster, it looks like That is a neat detail right there. I like that. His little holster looks like it's at least supposed to... Yep, it works pretty good. And he has knives. Because he's a ninja. So he has knives. So we'll give him his knives. His knives don't really go in his hands very well. Or do they go... Oh, no, they go on his forearms. See, I would know this if I watched more of the show. I only watched one episode. True facts, full disclosure. So there you go. So he's got little blades right there. I like it. It's pretty cool. So that's... What was his name? Torn? Yeah, that's Torn. Alright, let's see. This Cable knockoff. Oh, this is Riptide. Oh, I didn't think I got a Riptide. He was actually kind of cool looking in the episode I saw. So this is an underwater guy. Gotta have an underwater guy. You know why you need an underwater guy? Because you're going to want to play with action figures in the tub. If you don't play with action figures in the tub, what are we even doing here? Right? Look, he's got little harpoons that go on his forearms, which I'm sure is an OSHA violation. He doesn't care, though, because he's the final faction. He doesn't care. And he's got a little scuba gear. Let's see how the scuba gear... Oh, look at that. It goes right over his dumb face, I think. Or does it go on his... Oh, I think it goes on his... Oh, I see. It goes on his chest. It goes around his dumb face. Oh, and it does have a face mask. So he's got a little rebreather with the tubes, and it's got the face mask, and he's got the... And they all have a peg in the back. So, I mean, like his rifle or whatever, I like that. I think they're all interchangeable. You can do whatever. He's got little jets on his boots for underwater swimming, which I'm sure is super fun on dry land. But that was Riptide, which I'm pretty sure was either a G.I. Joe or a Transformer, so that's just a blatant ripoff. Alright, here we go. Amari. This is your, what is she? A combat specialist. So, of course, she doesn't get a gun. She gets a club. Also, looks like one of the affirmative action hires that they had to put in the show because it was just far too Caucasian. Yeah, because it doesn't seem to me like there's other characters that they didn't have available, but I mean, they were all white except for this one, but she has it. So, and then they were combat specialists. Here's a stick. You just hit them with, and you have a mohawk. So I don't know. To me, that's a little problematic if I'm being honest. But she is cool looking. She makes me think of, like, you could probably do you could probably paint that mohawk white and make a pretty sweet Storm action figure out of her. I like it. I like that gold jacket. It's pretty sweet. And then the most adorable member of the final faction, they did have this one. Check this out. Don't get much cooler than a mecha puppy. And then, okay, so this is Churro. And Churro, this is actually Churro, which is just a tiny little dog. Tiny little dog, see that? And this is the mech suit that Churro does. Oh, and Churro totally goes in it. I didn't know if that's how this worked. But yeah, you just shove that dog in there, and then Churro runs around and has sonic barks and just messes everybody's day up. But very was it Dynamite? I can't remember. But I don't know, pretty cool. I mean, so what I've got here, it looks like is one dude, two extra, not enough girls of a Scooby-Doo gang. Which is, it is what it is. And then let's introduce a bad guy. So this was the only bad guy they had. This is the only bad guy they had. He's a Hive class drone of the Karn. So just like a basic lowly bad guy. And watching the one episode, there are other characters. There's his little alien gun. There are other characters. You know, there's a sneaky dreadlock having bad guy that they said his name, but I forget it. And then there's these two dopey, you know, Tweedledee and Tweedledum with big alien horn bad guys, and that's kind of cool. But this was the only one they had. And let's see, he's got an alien, looks like an alien pistol. So let's see if we can, oh, there it goes. they do hold their, that's a big deal for me with action figures. Like, the points of articulation is like, whatever. I mean, it's nice if you have it, but it can ruin the aesthetics because you have to make those joints mobile, and you don't get these nice molded plastic, backwards knees and elbows and ankles and stuff, because you have to then put hinges and stuff inside there. But this makes a big deal to me, that they all hold their pistols. The faction members have holsters for their pistols. That's really neat. I mean, I don't know if G.I. Joe ever got that to work. Maybe they did now. I don't know. I haven't played with the new G.I. Joes in a while. But here he is. This little, see that? This ugly alien guy. The thing that I'm finding problematic, because of the way, like I said, I just bought one of everything. And I would have bought more drones, because he's a drone, which implies that he's a member of a larger, well, I say he, I don't want to gender the drone. I don't know what their deal is, but it's a member of a larger group, and I would have bought more. They didn't have any more. This was the only one they had at the store. So what I have now is a very different looking outsider that's being persecuted mostly by white people. So, and I feel like that's going to be problematic. Politically speaking, but I feel like you don't necessarily have to go along with the adventure. I mean, he's trying to steal our resources. The one I watched, they were trying to steal an ice glacier with polar bears on it. And I don't know how you drink Coca-Cola without polar bears, but we need those. But yeah, so that's all the characters. The other neat thing that I found for a dollar store toy set is they actually have accessories. This is the Final Faction accessory. And let's get this thing open here. Alright. This is Mech Weapons Pack Air Assault. Blurp. So this is, I guess, why they all have like little pegs and stuff. Oh yeah, because you can totally, you want your dog to fly, or does that fit in the dog? Not the dog, just kidding. Let's see if Scope can fly. Nope. Definitely have these weapon things and these things. Just go right in the back of there. See, like that or something. I don't know. They'll have to be figured out later, I guess. Or maybe it goes with a toy that I didn't actually buy. Because these all just have like one peg in the back. These are like 2 peg systems. Let's see here. Oh, it provides firepower to mechs, giving the ability. So this is maybe for another toy, which they didn't have. And I'm just SOL because this is supposed to be for the mech suits. There were characters that were in cool mech suits in the episode that I watched, and maybe that was just an accessory that I didn't have available to me, which is fine, because I mean, I got them on standby, they're ready, and with the power of my imagination, they can be all kinds of other things. And then of course you got, these arm blasters can go on just anybody with, let's see, that's got to fit in there, I'm sure. If it doesn't, I mean, I'm an adult with access to power tools. I'll just make it fit. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Maybe in the shoulder. Look at that. See? The power of imagination. You can just... It's a much more dangerous churro dog now. See? So, that's good. That was the only accessory pack that I found for the Final Faction, which maybe is fair because there was more Final Faction members. But the other stuff, I found 3 more, right, that were for the Karn. This says Quake Arms. Shoots a piercing projectile. I don't even know how this goes on. Let's see. Does he have a... Yeah, let's see. Let's check it out. So we'll take this thing out right here. And of course, we got different alien pistol, right? So we can take his alien pistol out and then put this alien pistol in. It's a different alien pistol. And then these things, they like go on his back, maybe? Like that? Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, I have to force it in harder, but look, see? Shoots big things out of there like that. And there's that one. And then, so yeah, he's outnumbered, but he's got plenty of shooty guns. And this is like a lobster looking thing that I guess it shoots lasers or just lobster smell at stuff, which is pretty bad if you think about it. But that's pretty neat. So he can have a gun. Now he can have a gun in both hands, and then he can have little blasters on the back. It's pretty cool. Here, you stay right there. Okay, so I got another one. And I saw some of these in the episode. Because, of course, it's not really a show. It's just one long commercial to some of these toys that I already bought. This is the Shock Arms Weapon Pack. You got this big old long, it's got something written on it. Oh, that's the toy company name. They probably could have hidden that better. Let's see, and then that goes, yep, into his hand. Now he's got a big heavy rifle right there. He's got one of these rifles that's got like an energy ball in the middle. You can give him that. Maybe. Yeah, there he goes. And dual wields. This is like a shorter, bluer one. I don't know. I may have fun with these and paint them. I may not. Who knows what I'm going to do. And then I got one more. And this says Synthoid. Works with all Karn Synthoid only, which is not what I think I have. So let's see, battle arms, shoulder mounted cannons that increase. Yeah, so Synthoids I think are see, that's the Synthoid pack right there. And I think that they're mech suits for these guys. I didn't see anything that I would call a Synthoid, but you can see the handles are, I'm not going to bother unpacking this because it's clearly the different thing. The handles, too big. This thing, the peg right there, too big to fit in anything. So I think it's kind of like this mech flight suit thing. It has to go with an expansion pack, which they didn't have at the store, probably because they can't. That's a $3 toy and not $1.25. But that's it. This was my big dollar store find, and pretty happy with it. I think we might do some adventures. I don't know if we're going to do some. If you want to see adventures of the actual Final Faction, you should probably watch this show. As I said, I'm good. They're not paying me to do this. I'm just trying to be mighty kind. I'm going to link this in the description below. But I think we're going to do adventures where we make up our own stuff or whatever. I don't know. Well, I hope that you found this as interesting as I did, because you discovered this right along with me. Please give the old like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. And honestly, leave me a comment. If you watched this and you thought it was even half interesting, leave a comment, because I would love to, dollar store toys and cheap toys that they can get to that price point. I would love to explore that even further and talk about the different games and toys that you can get, you know, at a budget, and the level of quality that you can expect from them. And I would just love to hear from you. So anyway, I hope you had as much fun as I did. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.